I think we should spend some time talking about this JioCinema and Disney Hotstar just as a micro case study. I think it's fascinating. You had Disney Hotstar, you had Hotstar originally
Right.
coming in dominating the Indian market, right? Then because Star, which owns Hotstar, is a subsidiary of Disney, so then they merged, and then Disney launched Disney Plus. They merged, became Disney Hotstar in India, right? And then comes Mr. Ambani, and he's like, uh,
I've got money to burn.
yeah, I've got money, and fuck you. I'm responsible for the internet. You're gonna consume my content, and launches a really what was a very third class from a technological standpoint, was a very third class platform. But they launched JioCinema, and the way they, like you said, one of the reasons they did fast, but it was a very brutal strategy. I think they I was reading I was we had a friend who works in used to work in Hotstar, and he told us that basically the guy who built Hotstar, who like basically was responsible for like at least the sports acquisition part and everything like that, was poached by JioCinema. And they told him do the same thing you did at Hotstar, but this time, except the only difference is instead of doing,
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly kill, yes, allegedly kill this man. And the same strategy was what Hotstar had been using to sort of get market share in India, was what JioCinema used to kind of kill them up till a certain point, right? So then, of course, then it was like, okay, JioCinema is the market leader, but they have a shit platform. So, and Disney Hotstar was dying. Then the merger made sense, right? So, talking after that merger, Akash, over to you. What is does the market share of these OTT platforms look like in India today?
Yeah, so I mean, we have, not surprisingly, Disney Hotstar is still at the top. Geo
Geo
Hotstar,
Hotstar,
Geo
yes.
Hotstar,
JioStar,
right?
guys.
JioStar is the
JioStar,
parent company. We
parent
discussed
company.
this.
Oh,
JioStar is the
yeah.
parent
Yeah, a few weeks
company.
ago.
Geo
Yeah,
Hotstar is the OTT platform.
Fair point, fair point.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, and then Prime Video is second. I think depending on which source you look at, right? Like each of them have roughly about a quarter of the market, um, and then Netflix is a little behind. Again, depending on the source, anywhere between 13 to like 18%, and then you have all of these smaller OTT platforms. Well, Sony Live, all the others, Apple TV Plus, not small, but then Apple TV Plus was launched by Apple with a completely different goal in mind, right? They wanted to capture more people in their ecosystem. That was
Right.
the entire idea to begin with. It was not a plug to compete with the OTT platforms and get into that race. But to Siddhant's point and your point, right? Like, I mean, the sort of user acquisition strategy that Geo did initially, it's not possible unless you have the financial backing, right? Like
Yeah.
you throwing money at the problem is one way to solve it, and that's basically what JioCinema did. Um, and nothing wrong with that, right? I mean, I guess he got the result he wanted. But to Siddhant's point, that's probably one of the reasons why a company with smaller investments can't really promote fast
Yep.
as a model, because it's very capex intensive, right? And I'm fairly certain the ads must have covered a certain extent of the investment. I don't know if they necessarily covered all of it, right? But that was the price he paid in order to acquire the share, right?
And I agree
And
because
then
if you
yeah.
see Sony Live, for example, I think streams the Premier League in India. It's not on
Hmm.
Geo.
No, not the Premier League. They stream the UEFA Champions League.
Huh. It's not on
Yeah.
Geo, but it's not.
Premier League is on Geo.
It's not fast. You have to pay for it when you
Yeah.
need a
Right.
Sony Live subscription. Like and exactly what Akash said, they can't afford fast. They're
Yeah.
a big body, but they're like, no, you do one thing, you pay for it, and you watch, no problem.
Yeah.
No, so but Siddhant, I think fast is being was used only as an acquisition strategy. Once that acquisition was done, they have reverted back because now you can, if you don't have a paid subscription of Hotstar, you can watch only the first 10 minutes. Like
Hmm.
when you log in to watch a match, you can watch 10 minutes for free. Then after the 10-minute mark, it gives you a prompt to this. So they have also removed the fast model. So like you said, it's a very brutal acquisition strategy, but it's not a sustainable model.
Probably,
They
yeah.
all revert back to AVOD or
Yeah.
SVOD, only one of the
It's
two.
kind of like what a lot of companies do, which we call in pricing like a loss leader strategy, right? Like you sell at a loss yourself. You are at a
Correct.
loss yourself, but then all you have to do is outlast your competition. Not
Correct.
everyone can sustain that level of pricing, and as a result, the moment you outlast them, you capture share in the process, and then you can overturn pricing because you have that much command over the market, over the users that you have, right?